it is doing. So when you start the sleep, you go into the non-REM sleep, which is the deep sleep. The work of that deep sleep is also deep. It is supposed to bring out unconscious memories, memories from your past, and put them on the stage. It's like if sleep is a hanging mic in a soccer stadium, all the neurons which have all the memories in them at this point in time are jumping to be filed. So the work of the non-REM sleep is to bring those, look at those files, look at what do you have in your past, interpret a meaning out of it, and put it safely back. That's the work of the non-REM sleep, which basically also means that non-REM sleep is very important for memory, for learning, and for memory, learning, and interpretation of experience. Okay. Now, what does the REM sleep do? The work of the REM sleep is to pick up whatever the non-REM sleep has done, pick it up, and then file it in our brain as experiences that are very much accessible to us. So when you're in your REM sleep, what you're doing is, for example, today you did not have a good experience in, let's say, cooking, or you did not have a great meeting with, let's say, a specific organization because you wore a black, and let's say you wore a black suit. So your non-REM sleep is going to pick up all the experiences when you wore black, and it's going to tell you that, okay, every time you wear black, it doesn't work out. And the non-REM sleep will put this file very accessible. So each time, tomorrow when you get up in the morning, you'll open your cupboard, and this happens to us, right? You will open your cupboard, or you'll open your almirah or closet, and you look at black, and you know you will not wear black. Yes or no? Can you relate to this? Or you look at black and you're like, no, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Or if you've had a bad dish, let's say a bad pancake, and you go into your kitchen and you see a hot cake mix, you know you will not touch that. You're like, no, not today, right? Because your brain in the night created a meaning out of that experience. Okay, so each time, if you see now in this graph that I have put for you, the first couple of hours are non-REM, and the later part of your sleep is REM. So if you sleep very late, what are you missing on? The non-REM sleep, which means that you're missing on learning, you're missing on putting things in long-term memory, you're also missing on making interpretations of whatever happened on the last day. And that is why it's so important for teenagers and adolescents to also sleep at the right time. Yeah. And when you're in the, when you get up too early, let's say, and you don't have your REM sleep, you're missing on creating accessible memory and experiences so that you can cater to them whenever required. Yes, yes, it does apply to kids. It does apply to kids as well, because they have the same, the brain is also working on in the same way. And if they're watching gadgets and they're not sleeping, let's say, they are missing on creating meaning. And if they're watching, so we're going to talk about the gadgets as well in a bit, but let me just show you why we need to sleep. Okay, so of course we need to sleep for energy restoration. It's very important for our muscles to rest. Then is the cellular restoration, right? The brain functions for emotional regulation, weight management, and I'll explain to you in a bit how that matters. I already explained to you immunity and heart health. Yes, you will age more if you don't sleep well. And you will, yes, have a hair fall more if you don't sleep well. Now here is a question. Here is a, and guys, please throw your questions if ever you want to. Please ask questions whenever you feel like. So yes, it is related to forgetfulness. So that is why it's said that if you don't sleep well, you're going towards Alzheimer's and dementia. Because you're not practicing, you're not giving your brain the time to learn and to remember. Okay, so no, don't take your sleep not seriously, very, very serious. Okay, let me give you an example of this. So there is a global study done where, you know, daylight saving. So daylight saving is a global study done where people were measured, you know. So when it's daylight saving in the US, you don't you sleep 1 hour less. Okay, so when you do that, the result of it is that the number of heart attacks increased by 23%. Number of accidents increased by 21%. Similarly, if you finish after the daylight saving, when there is no daylight saving and you're sleeping the same number of hours you were sleeping before, I see a lot of questions, and thank you for asking. I'll just get to them. Okay, so the number of hours when if you sleep, if the daylight saving is over and you start sleeping as much as you were sleeping before, there is a reduction of 21% of heart attacks. So it's directly related to how much you sleep. All right. And what is the perfect time to sleep? Depending upon your lifestyle. However, our body is created to sleep in the night. Why so? Because when we were gatherers and we were collectors of stuff, you know, way back when there was no electricity and human beings had not invaded the night, there was nothing we could do in the night. Okay, and because our predators did not know that you know, they are powerful than us, or they are, you know, weaker than us, so they would come out in the night because they were nocturnal. And so what we would do, we would try to get into a cave, save ourselves, and sleep there to restore, because in the morning we have to get up and gather. In our DNA, therefore, it came out that we better sleep in the night, because the nocturnal predators who are, you know, more powerful than us would come out in the night, and we don't want to meet them. Okay, so therefore came in the circadian rhythm, which is our body's clock. That tells us that, okay, it's nighttime, it's dark now, I'm going to activate your pineal gland, and then I'm going to produce melatonin, and then you will sleep. All right, it happens naturally. That's our natural way of living. But when we change that way of living and start working in the night or late at night, we're going against our natural clock. Of course, we need to take care of that. Yes, Krisa, it could be. Now, the first thing that I'd ask you all to do, which is so important, is to measure, because you cannot manage anything you don't measure. So measure your sleep. There are many equipments available that can help you, many tools that can help you to measure your sleep. Is there anybody over here, or you guys, are you measuring your sleep in one way or the other? Anybody who measures their sleep, like maybe through a watch or any app or any wearable? So there are 3 types of tools available: apps, bed sensors, and wearables. And the reason why they're so important is because they would also tell you that, you know, how many times did you get up? How was your breathing when you were sleeping? And we think that, you know, we're sleeping 10 to 5, we slept. No, but we get up a lot of times. Some people do. And it's very important to measure that. So when you measure it, you can manage it. All right. It would tell you how disturbed your sleep is, how distributed it is, and how shallow it is. Okay, if ever it is. It'll also tell you if it is strong, it's continuous, and it's awesome. We're good with that too, right? All right, so causes of poor sleep. Now, why is it that we're not able to? The first reason is the screen exposure. So how many of you watch Instagram, Reels, TikTok, everything else that's possible, or read a book on phone for that matter before you sleep? Yeah, right? See? There. Usually you do that because it feels like if you would do that, you would unwind. Yes or no? Yeah, correct. So you will unwind by watching something, correct? Right? And of course, by now we're all addicted to, I mean, there is a lot of content that could just make you addicted. It's also extremely available. It's also highly recommended. It is also very relevant. So why not? And now we have Chat GPT, enjoy life. And then we have K-drama addiction. That's why. Wonderful, wonderful. So the thing is that it's okay. But of course, we want to wind down, which basically is going towards a larger and a bigger, debate that we need to have as to why is it that our hours of work have increased. And that's a very different and a very beautiful conversation to have with all of you. But for today, let's focus on sleep. So the thing is, you may watch whatever you want to watch, but do you, okay, here's my question. Do you also know what is your time to bed every day? Every day. Do you have a specific time in your head? This is the time you're going to sleep. No. You will go to sleep, not get up. Or do you go to sleep at 5 a.m. long? What time have you decided that I will go to sleep? See, that's scary. No, 12 midnight. So you see, you're losing on your non-REM. Wow. Okay, well, yes, you needed this seminar. I'm so happy I'm speaking with you. How many of you drink what is your last time of coffee? Like, what's your last coffee that you have? Princess, no, that's funny. Freestyle. No, freestyle will not work. It'll get you in trouble. Drinking coffee now okay, here is the thing for coffee. So if you're drinking a cup of coffee, any coffee now, at any point in time, it stays in your body for 6 to 7 hours. What kind of tea is it, darling? Is it nicotine or are you having a herb tea? No. So what time in the evening? So if your time to sleep is at 10, you may not want to have tea after 3 p.m. or coffee after 3 p.m. But what would you do? You're feeling sleepy. You want to sleep. So what do you do? What do you do to, remove the sleep after 3 p.m.? So here are some things that you could do. Number one is that you can have coconut water. Coconut water has electrodes that do not let you sleep without giving you a caffeine effect. And you stay in a very beautiful country. You have a lot of coffee. You eat because, here is the reason why you eat, Gina, darling. You are eating because you're not sleeping. And because you're not sleeping, the hormones inside your body are confused. They are confused and they are producing what is called leptin, which is supposed to tell you that you're hungry. And the secretion is becoming more because your body is confused, because you didn't sleep. So your body's like, maybe she needs more energy, so I need more food. So I'm going to increase the leptin so that she or he can eat. All right.